We are taking chapter number 2, functions, MCQ multiple choice questions. R.D. Sharma Solutions, class 12. So there are 4 options. We have to select one of these in all of these. So the question, the first one is we have A, B, C, all these sets, and there are other sets also, S and S0. So let me write the relevant sets which are relevant to this question. A is given as x belongs to R, and x is in between -1 and 1. This is A, and this is also B. So A and B are same. C is also given, x belongs to R, x is greater than or equal to 0. But we won't require it, so I'm not writing it. S is required. So we have x comma y belongs to A cross B, and this is x squared plus y squared equals 1. This is your S. S0 is also given, xy belongs to A cross C, x square plus y square equals 1. So the answer here, the first one, is A. S defines function from A to B. So what is A to B when we have function from A to B? So that means whenever we write the ordered pair, there will not be a repetition of the first element. A comma B1, A comma B2, this cannot happen. This is not possible. It has to be A1, B1, A2, B2. So we are talking about A cross B here. S is a function. How it is a function? X is between -1 and 1. This is already given. So if we can prove that B also falls in this category, because B is also between -1 and 1, because A and B sets are same. So x square plus y square equals 1. This is the function. S is defined. So y square will be equal to 1 minus x square. Y will be equal to under root 1 minus x square, plus minus it will be because we are taking the under root. So we have -1, 0, 1. We are just taking some random integral numbers. So I am putting 1 and -1. It will be same. X square, x is -1, x is 1. It doesn't matter because it is square. So 1 minus 1, it will be 0. So you get 0 if you put -1 or 1. Let us try putting 0 here in place of x. So and see what y value we come out with. So I am putting 0 here. You get plus minus 1. So what do you see here? The range and the domain. That is -1 to 1, x was lying. Y is also lying between -1 and 1. And since it is quite obvious that A and B are the same set, it is given in the question. So we are getting the ordered pair, and the ordered pair where this is defining a function which is S. So A is the answer. Question number 2. This is given as f is from real number to real number, R to R, and fx is given. Fx is given as x plus under root x square. So question is asking whether it is injective, surjective, bijective, none of these. So the answer is none of these. How it is none of these? Because if it is bijective, it has to be injective and surjective both. Okay. So x plus under root x square. So this is under root x square. Whenever we take under root, when we replace this under root, we have to put plus minus sign. So y will be equal to under root x square. If we just assuming y is under root x square, y square will be x square. So y will be equal to plus minus x. This is just for understanding of under root x square. So we can write this as, when we remove the under root, it has to be plus minus x. So you get 2x one time, you get 0 one time. X plus x is 2x, x minus x is 0. That is, each element of the domain has 2 images. We have proved it. One time you get 0, one time you get 2x for the same element. And we just discussed in the previous question that in order to this to be a function, the first value cannot repeat. So if the first element is say a, so we are getting a b1 and a b2. b1 is 2x, b2 is 0, which is not possible. This is not a function. So it is neither these three, it is none of these. The answer is D here. This is question number 3 here. if f is from a to b, given by 3 raised to power fx plus 2 raised to power minus x is equal to 4. So whenever this kind of question comes with certain power, just in the back of mind, have an idea that we are going to use somewhere logarithm. So there are 4 options here. Let me resolve it, then I'll have a discussion also. Because the answer is given in your book. So 3 to the power of fx, I'm taking 2 to the power minus x on the right hand side, taking log on both the sides. So this is log 3 raised fx, so you get fx log 3. Here you have log 4 minus 2 raised minus x, log 4 minus 2 raised minus x. Log 3 is a constant, so just take it in the denominator. So you get log 4 minus 2 raised minus x divided by log 3. So this is a constant, so log 3 you don't have to worry about. We have to worry about this 4 minus 2 raised minus x, because it is kind of log a by log b is constant. But log a, what is this a 4 minus 2 raised minus x? But the problem is, we cannot have a negative value inside log. It has to be greater than 0. So we have to put this condition, that ensure this condition 4 minus 2 raised minus x should be greater than 0, because it will not be defined then. So what you will do, 4 is greater than 2 raised minus x. So you can just write it as 2 raised 2 raised minus x. And since bases are same, you can easily write 2 should be greater than minus x. Means the base and the radix. You can say the exponent. So when the bases are same, exponent also can be directly compared with the sign, inequality sign in between them. So there were multiple ways. You can write it as 2 square by 1 by 2 to the power something. This also you can try. But the logic here is that if the bases are same, the power can easily be put down with an inequality which is actual between them, because the bases are same. So I'll just write 2 should be greater than minus x, because the bases are 2. Let me just give you one more idea. If 2 raised a greater than 2 raised b, because the bases are same, a should be greater than b. A should be greater than b. If 2 cube and 2 square are compared, 2 cube 8, 2 square is 4. So a should be greater than b. So 2 is greater than minus x. Let us multiply negative 1 on both the sides. The inequality sign will be changed. From greater it will become less. So negative 2 less than x. So what does it mean? X should be less than minus 2. And minus 2 means it can go up to infinity. So we get a range of x, the value of x. It will vary from negative 2 to infinity. So we have seen the value of x now. So let me reiterate. X is between negative 2 to infinity. Now this fx was what? You might have noted somewhere, log 4 minus 2 raised minus x by log 3. Now put x as 0 here. What do you get? Anything to the power 0 is always 1. So 2 raised minus x, put x as 0. So 2 raised minus 0 is same as 0. You get 2 raised anything which is 0 is 1. So 4 minus 1 by log 3. So this becomes 4 minus 1 is 3, log 3 by log 3. You can just cancel it out. And this is going to be 1. So fx is equal to 1. Now, you are getting the value of y here. When you put the value of x, you get the value of y. Fx is nothing but y, which is, we're talking about the codomain and the range. So here fx equals 1. So we have to see an option where 1 lies. There are certain options being given. In the answer, it is clearly given that this is none of these. The question is, the answer is fx equals 1, fx equals 1 does not lie in any of the option A, B, C. Therefore, the answer is none of these. So we'll go with this answer, but I'll have a discussion. You take the C option. This I want the input from you also. So x belongs to R. X is between negative 2 to infinity. And since B is also there, this is the set this is the first x belongs to this A cell. B is also given. B is x belongs to R, and this x is between 0 and 4. So when we take B, if I assume it to be y, it is between 0 and 4, which is 1. Okay, what I am presuming, maybe I am not assuming the question to be right in my way. The conflict is, the answer is D, none of these, but I am presuming it to be C. But in the exam, you will go with D because your book is saying that. But I need certain comment or discussion from you. Just give me, what do you think? Because in my opinion, it has to be C rather than D, but D is the correct answer. Question number 4. The function f from R to R defined by fx equals 2 to the power x plus 2 to the power mod x. Please remember, this question will come again. Okay, this question is going to come again. So we have to make a graph of this. And the next question, which is question number 29, 6 to the power x plus 6 to the power mod x, the same answer will be there. So you just understand it very carefully. I assume that this graph you will be able to make because we have already made this kind of graph in our earlier discussions. So 2 to the power x plus 2 to the power mod x. The answer here is many 1 and into. So if you see this graph and we pass a horizontal line test, you will see that for 2x values you get single y value. 2x values, single y values. That clearly means that it is many to 1. It is a function rather, but this is many to 1. This is called the horizontal line test. Vertical line test, we see it to be a function or not. So horizontal line test is many to 1. Okay. Now coming to the domain and range, you clearly see here that this graph is starting from 2 on the y-axis and it goes up to infinity. Positive y2 and positive infinity. And what is the this is 2 to infinity is the limitation of this graph. And what is the codomain? Because 2 to the power x plus 2 to the power mod x, the codomain is R. So 2 to infinity is your range and real number is your codomain. So the codomain and real range, which is 2 to infinity, and the codomain, which is R, they are not same. The codomain is not equal to range. That means this function is in 2. Because if codomain is equal to range, we say this function is on 2. Right? 1, 1 on 2. But this is many to 1. And since codomain is not equal to range, it is in 2. Let me reiterate again. Codomain and range, if they are same, then it is on 2. But here the codomain and range are not same. It is in 2. Question number 5 we are taking. Let the function f r minus b to r minus of 1 be defined by fx equals. So let me write this because this will be useful when we write the function, because the function is fx equals x plus a by x plus b. So if you see the denominator, you cannot have x as minus b or negative b. This is x plus a by x plus b, x is negative b, it will be something divided by 0, which is undefined. That is why the domain is saying anything but negative b. The range will just come up, we'll just find out, and it is also saying that anything but 1. So there are different options here. We have to check each of these and then we'll come up with an answer. Let me tell you, the answer is C. F is both 1, 1 and on 2. Let us see how we get. 1, 1 means you have to check for injectivity. On 2 means you have to check for bijectivity. That means injectivity and surjectivity both. So injectivity is fx equals fy. Then x has to be equal to y. This we have already seen in our earlier discussion. So fx is x plus a by x plus b. Fy is y plus a by y plus b. So we assume this fx equals fy. And we will try to find out x equals y, whether it is x equals y. So when we rearrange, because this kind of question we have already done, so I've just come with the final answer. So when we put fx equals fy, we get x equals y, which is the condition of 1 to 1. Coming to our surjectivity, on 2 just means that you have all the values in the codomain, or you can say the range, have of image in the domain, that is in the first set. Every value has certain pre-image. So fx equals y, and then for every value y, x has to be defined. So fx equals y, same thing we are going to do, and then we'll try to find out x. That is x plus a by x plus b equals y. We get x equals yb minus a by 1 minus y. You know that it should not be, y should not be 1. So now you see here, for every y, there is a proper value of x. You put anything except 1. So this is 1, 1 and on 2. Question number 6. The function f is from a to b defined by fx equals negative x square plus 6x minus 8. This is very important because this will define how your function is going to look. So this is a bijection. This is and the answer, let me tell you, it's the answer is sixth. Let me just give you an idea. It's the answer is A. How does this come? How do we arrive at this answer? So we have to first find out because it's all about A and B, the correct option which satisfy a condition. So fx is negative x square plus 6x minus 8. A is going till negative infinity to 3. B is going till minus infinity to 1. So this function, let us first make it in a way so that we can draw a graph easily. So we will make it as a perfect square. What do? I will take a negative outside because always x square has to have a positive value outside. So negative outside, x square minus 6x plus 8. So x square minus 6x. And then 8, I am writing it as 9 minus 1. So this x square minus 6x plus 9 can be written as x minus 3 whole square. And then we have a plus 1. So now this can easily be made if you assume it to be minus y square plus 1. Or 1 minus y square. You know already how to do this. So what is the maximum value here? See, let me just write it here. What is the maximum value? Maximum value of negative value will be 0. Any negative value. Because the maximum value of any negative value can be only 0. So maximum value is 0. So, and what will, because it is plus 1, x minus 3 whole square, maximum value is 0. And there is plus 1 also. So the maximum value can be only 1. So it has to start with some negative value, negative infinity, till 1. So you got the point. Fx is from negative infinity to 1. Now coming to the graph. When you make a graph, then only you will find out what is the value of y. Fx you have got. Means the domain and range you both have to find out. So this is this graph. If you make it properly, you will see this is symmetrical from x to 3. So if I pass a line, it is going to intersect horizontal line. So this is many to 1, but the question is saying that it is bijective. That means this is not possible. Either you will take one portion, half portion left hand side or half portion right hand side. That is from 3, either you take negative infinity to 3 or you take 3 to infinity. It's okay. But you cannot take this graph because this is not a bijective function. The question is clearly saying it is bijective. Because the horizontal line test, this graph is going to fail. So either you can take this portion or you can take this portion. I'll take just one portion. It will pass the horizontal line test. It will be negative infinity to 3. Or if I take the right one, same thing. It will be 3 to infinity. So either of these two we can take. Now let us come to the option and see which one of these means negative infinity to 1 and one of these satisfy. So if you see the first one, A is negative infinity to 3 and B is negative infinity to 1. So this satisfy. Therefore, we have to take one from these two, and this matches with our options. So the answer is A. So this graph you have to make, okay, because all crux of this question is in the graph. Okay, this question we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.